Dolphins at Falcons.
I like the over 44.5 points. I've been hot on overs. Falcons are averaging 26 a game, and Michael Penix at home has a 103 passer rating. But they also have a terrible red zone defense. So if Miami threatens, Miami should do well and eat in the red zone. But I like Atlanta at home to score points. J-Mac talked about this. Fast track, they're very good. The Dolphins' opponents have combined, Dolphins and their opponents have combined for 45-plus points in 5 of the last 6 games, and the over-under here is 45.5. Their defense allows big plays. And Atlanta at home delivers big plays. So the Dolphins' defense, not good. Atlanta's offense at home, very good. Take the over 44.5 points, 28-21, 30-24, my bad. Falcons win.
Okay. You guys know I don't care about any of the over-under or anything like that. I want to talk about the Atlanta Falcons here. Colin's obviously confident that the Falcons are going to win, and looking at this defense. Y'all know I love to make Atlanta Falcons content. And this is the best we can do right now because the Falcons don't win enough. And so people don't want to talk about the Falcons enough. And it drives me insane because I was so excited going into that 49ers game. And after they beat the Bills, like I kept quoting, I think it was Louis Riddick who said it, the search for relevancy, that's what the Falcons are starting to do now. And then they lost some of that momentum. But it's okay. You got to regain it, though, here, right? You got to put me in a position so I can keep making positive Atlanta Falcons content and not negative Atlanta Falcons content. Because, again, Falcons fans, you guys have been awesome. I told you guys this before. You guys subscribe at such an insanely high level per view that it's just, again, I can't thank you enough. All I can say is please keep doing it. When you guys watch the full length of the video, and when you guys subscribe, everything just goes through the roof. But like on a per view basis, the amount of Falcons that subscribe is it's amazing. I mean, there's just no other words for it. So I will always keep expressing my gratitude for that. There would be, again, this would be indefensible for the Falcons to not look great against the Miami Dolphins right now. Okay? Offensively, Bijan Robinson should look like the absolute monster that we know he is. I mean, this should be a game where it's just Bijan Robinson back in the MVP conversation. I mean, it should be that straightforward, that simple. Michael Penix should absolutely continue his trend of cooking at home. I mean, like, there should just be no sense. And Colin saying, the Miami offense and in the red zone and this or that. This Falcons defense should be, I mean, we should be seeing, like, coaches should be fired after this weekend for Miami. I'm not saying that they should. And I mean, I'm saying they should mainly because of what the Falcons should do to them, but not that I think actually, like, it's, I don't think the coach is necessarily the problem here, but, follow what I'm saying here. Like, this should be such a bad beat that they're just like, oh my gosh, what is happening? 'Cause I think Mike McDaniels is a smart coach, and so there's always that opportunity. But this Falcons defense should be so disruptive, and there is no Christian McCaffrey. There is no get-out-of-jail Christian McCaffrey free card here, okay? But this defense should be so disruptive for Miami, and this Falcons offense should be able to carve through Miami. Like, this should, we should not be watching this game and having a feeling, are the Atlanta Falcons going to lose this game right now? There should never really be a sense. There should just never be that sense. I am so firm on that. I am so strong on that. There should never be a sense. The Atlanta Falcons should be in control of their game. We should not be watching this game and being like, why has Bijan Robinson not touched the ball that much? What is going on? Why does Michael Penix look not comfortable right now? Where's Drake London? It should just not be a thing. Why is so-and-so torching the Falcons secondary? Like, none of that should exist. None of that should exist. This game should feel like a party. This game should feel like at the end of it, I'm going to make a post-game clip and all the Atlanta Falcons fans are rallying and they're just like, that's right, baby. That's who we are, right? It should be a party. It should be an Atlanta party. The momentum, the energy, the hype, the fun. It should be, I should have to come up here and say, guys, this is what I was expecting to see. And so, you don't hate me, but like, we have to put it in context. The Miami Dolphins aren't that great. Like, I know, Bijan was a monster. I know Penix is looking great, but it is the Dolphins. They, they're struggling. Blah blah blah. Right? Like, I enjoy the game, enjoy the party, but like, let's, we do have to, add some context. Like, that's what my take should be. It shouldn't be like, Atlanta Falcons, what is going on? How did you just lose this game? How did you need a last second field goal to win this game? Like, what is going on? None of that. You should be furious about what happened last week. You should be furious about any of that lost momentum. The Bucs lost. That's motivating. I mean, the Panthers for some reason are coming. I mean, like, things are still in the balance a little bit, but you gotta start building momentum. You got to start building momentum, and you got to start to have confidence now in this team, especially offensively. That like, hey, defense gets the ball back. We trust that we're going to be able to get in field goal range to win the game. We trust in a got to have it, third down conversion. We can put the ball in Penix's hands and get it done. At the very least, making smart decisions. And that's what I said last week, that they lost that game, not because like of a talent deficit, but mainly because of the decision making. Not even the execution, the decision making by the coaching staff. So it's just like, and that I have like the least amount of tolerance for, because you're always going to have things ebb and flow from like a player perspective, and players not able to get going, et cetera, et cetera. But decision making, like that's where coaches are, that's where they're earning their paycheck there. So it's, yeah, I'm very strong on this. Atlanta Falcons, show that you've graduated from this nonsense middle ground, like, oh yeah, we're going up against a bad team like the Dolphins, who are really circling the drain, but like, I don't know, hopefully we can still, beat them. Like, no, it should be so obvious that you're on two completely different levels than a team like the Miami Dolphins right now. It should be so obvious. It should be so clear. You shouldn't see, oh yeah, those are two teams that feel about even. No. This Miami Dolphins team is such a mess, even when they seemingly look not too bad. They're still a mess. Even when it seems like, oh, they actually could have won that game, they're still a mess. Okay? They are a mess. Their culture is a disaster. There's no leader. No one believes in the coach. No one believes in the quarterback. And like, the Atlanta Falcons should just make everyone pay for that. Okay? Like, that's why I'm coming in so hot. It should just be so clear. It should be so defined. You should know exactly what you're seeing, and you should know exactly what I'm talking about while you're watching it. Okay? And if you don't, you know what? You should be nervous. You should be uncomfortable. That, you should just be like, you should be angry. Okay? You should be angry. It would be a justifiable emotion. I'm not backing down on that. I am not backing down on that. So, I'm more interested in this game now than I thought I would be. So let's get after it. Favored by 7.5 points in the NFL, man. That is massive. That is a mile. That is saying you are such a better team than this other team that if this is even remotely a close game, we've made a mistake. We've made a mistake. Get after it, Atlanta. Those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Miami Dolphins? Will this game be sneaky close? Am I coming in too hot for Atlanta right now? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.